Hello and welcome. We are playing franchise mode. If you missed the first episode or the live stream yesterday, we are in the very first season. I went through in the last episode slash live stream and I did the expansion draft and the first draft and signed all my players. Made a bunch of trades. I will show you my current team. You're going to be like, what the hell is this guy doing? Trust me, I know what I'm doing. As you can see, they're all 77 and 76 overalls, and there's a reason for that. Bloom, bloom, bloom. And my goalies, my goalies, my starting goalie is a 59 overall, my backup is a 66. The reason I'm doing this is to tank for as long as possible so I can just keep getting really good draft picks, really high overall picks. In the previous franchise, I didn't record the first franchise that I started up on this. I just wanted to tinker around with it, see what's changed. But I ended up with the first overall pick 4 years in a row to start off with. And I ended up getting 4 franchise players. This past draft, unfortunately, I ended up with the third instead of the first, but it's okay because there wasn't a franchise player. Normally, if there's a player, I'll try to trade up and get that pick. But with all 77 overalls right now, there's not really much I can do besides trade away extra draft picks to get that pick. So, now I have done this before and had it backfire on me, and for some reason my team did like really well and we made it to, I want to say, the conference finals with all 70 overalls, like between 70 and 80 overall. But when that happened, it actually worked out because a couple of the players that I had, their trade value jumped tremendously. Their overalls didn't really change that much, but they went from basically no trade value to I was trading them guys for first round picks. I haven't seen that yet in this game. Like I said, I've only played one other franchise besides this one. That would be my dog outside barking. Gotta let her in. Let's see here. Alright. So, also, I turned off the owner because for some reason this year, the owner, like repairing your stuff and upgrading your stuff, is completely broken. They do not give you enough money to do either one. You can either do like one upgrade and then repair everything once and then you're out of money for the entire season, or you can repair almost everything twice, but you can't upgrade anything. So it doesn't matter. At the end of the year, all your stuff is still in the red, and then you have to spend 3/4 of your budget the next season to repair everything. So it's not worth it. Give me 2 seconds to let my dog in. Come on, let's go. Please, no barking. No barking. I'm recording. Okay. All right. So we're just gonna get right into it here. I don't have to worry about repairing anything or any contracts or anything like that. Just gonna go right to the end of the season. Now, you can't really pay attention to the preseason at all because, I mean, I've done really good in the preseason and then completely crap in the regular season, and I've done completely crap in the completely crap in the preseason and done really well in the regular season. So, don't ever pay attention to that. I never looked at my scouts, so we're gonna have to do this. I will show you what I do with my scouts. Okay, so you see I have 2 in the SHL. I don't need that. The only ones that you need multiple scouts in is the CHL. So what I'm going to do, no scouts there, even though there's not a lot of players. Later on in seasons, there's going to be more players in that area, so. Okay. As you can see, I only have 1 in Europe, so I need to get 3 more in Europe. Got 2 in the Q, 2 in the O, 2 in the W. So that's good. Hopefully this guy is good somewhere in the USA. USA Central, okay. Do you have to eat your food so loud? Sorry if you can hear that in the background. That is my dog devouring her bowl of food. And I need east, so we'll move this guy over to the east. He's an A- there, so that's good. And then I don't ever run with any in the AHL or the NHL. There's no point. They're already, you know what players you're going to get. You don't need to scout them. Besides, you're not going to draft a player that's already been drafted. Now what we need to do is go into here. Europe. As you can see, there's only 1 C in Europe right now. But he should be, yeah. Alright, so he's good in the NLA and ICE. If they're anything under an A, I don't use them in whatever region. So, like, I would not use this guy in Dell or Extraliga. So what I'm going to do is get him. And I could go with some of the C minuses, but see, like, that one's not terrible. They're mostly all C's. That one's actually got a B minus, but there's so many C minuses that he's not even worth getting. Yeah, then you get down into that and they're just not worth it. So we'll see. Russia usually, yeah, see, like, he's an A+ in ICE. I can use him in Dell, ICE, Russia, or the rest of the world. So we'll get this guy. We'll look at. Alright. What you really want is to try to get the highest overall in scout efficiency, prospect discovery, and this year X Factor attribute. I won't really worry about that as much. It's mostly scout efficiency and prospect discovery. Scout efficiency is going to be how fast they can scout a player. Prospect discovery, obviously, how well they are at finding prospects. So, we'll get this guy. We'll go back up and look at this dude. I can use him in ICE. See, look, he's a Russian player, or a Russian scout, but he's only a B overall in Russia. I don't ever understand that. Don't make no sense. I think if you get a scout from that region, he should always be an A or better. At least an A-. Like, come on. Why are you going to give him a B? We'll use this guy in ICE, though. Take a look at Zadorov here. I could use him as a second in Russia. And if all else fails and you can't find anyone for Europe in Europe or Russia, go to Nordic. Because occasionally, like that guy's an A in Dell and an A in Russia. And all A's in Nordic. So we already have a guy in the NLA. I believe it's just Extraliga that I need, which would be that guy right there. But he's a C-. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to hold off a season, take a peek at our coaches here. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about not being able to do the budgets is usually I blast it off for the coach budget and the scout budget, so that way I can sign the best scouts and the best coaches that I can. I've had in previous franchise modes, I've had the head coach be an A plus, the assistant and associate both A's, and a B plus for a goalie coach in the NHL. I had a lot of money invested in them, but it's possible to do. This year, it's very hard to do that. You're lucky if you can get 2A overalls. Basically, you're running maybe 1A and then all B's like this. As you can see, the NHL goalie coach is a D minus. I don't like that one bit, but we'll keep him at least until his contract's ended. Because I don't feel like messing with the coaches right now. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Now we gotta back out of our sim real quick. Go to the scouts. Go to assign scout. Okay. We're gonna keep that guy in Russia. Put him in Dell. Some people don't really use scouts in Europe, but I find sometimes that's where the most franchise players come from, is Europe, which is very strange. I'm not quite sure why. I don't know if that's just the way the game's set up or what, but take this guy. I believe he was ice. No, we're gonna leave him in Russia. He's the second Russia. That one's ice. Okay. Okay, so now we have... Well, he's already in Extra Liga, so I guess technically we got one in there. I don't really like that he's a B overall, but I guess we could always see maybe this guy. Okay, so I could swap him around. Yeah. We'll swap him to NLA, where he is an A overall instead of being a B overall, and we will swap NLA to Extra, where he is an A minus. Alright, so scouts are done. It takes 1 day for the scouts to get to where they need to be, and then they can start scouting. So, do this again. I'll probably go into the trade deadline just to see. Let me do this, that way I quit getting trade offers. If trade offers bother you, like when you're trying to just sim through, just do exactly what I did. And you shouldn't really get any offers anymore. Hardly ever when I do that do I ever get an offer. If I do, it's for picks like, oh, trade me your second overall pick for my third and fourth, stuff like that, which rarely ever happens. You don't really see draft pick for draft pick trades from the computers. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get Shane Wright. home alone right now, which is a very rare occasion, so that's why I'm recording, and I'm also boozing it up a little bit. Drink responsibly. I'm at home, I have no plans of going anywhere, so I'm gonna get a little toasty. I would never pay attention to that message. A lot of the times when it says it's a good year for rookies, yeah, maybe in the first round. Everything else is garbage afterwards. And I've also had it where it said it's a bad year, and then I end up drafting a bunch of really good guys in the later rounds. So I really wouldn't pay attention to that message ever. So we're 3-19-4. We're exactly on track for where I want us to be. Now, don't be surprised if I get boned and get screwed in the draft lottery. I've been literally last place in the NHL before and got stuck with like the seventh pick. I thought it's supposed to be one, the worst, the second worst, and the third worst all battle it out in that three, but I've gotten worse than third overall pick before. So I don't know if this is different in the video game than it is in real life. Maybe it is like that in real life. I don't know. The only thing I know is I'm a Leafs fan and they always lose in the first round, so we don't really worry about lottery picks. Besides, Toronto's very good at trading away their picks. At least they're not like Vegas, who trades away their prospects. I mean, I used to be a really big Vegas fan, too, because the first year I really got into hockey was their inaugural season. And so that whole season, I'm rooting for the Leafs and I'm rooting for Vegas. Leafs get booted in the first round. Vegas makes it all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals. I believe it was Game 6 when they got eliminated. And I was like, cool, now I got two teams that both do relatively well, one better than the other. And then Vegas goes and trades away Marc-Andre Fleury without even telling him. And he finds out on Twitter that he's been traded. Whether you want to believe the rumors, no, I don't want you. Whether or not you want to believe the rumors that it's because his agent was telling people he was going to retire if they traded him, so Vegas did that just to get him out and not worry about it, I don't know. Don't know if that's true or not. So, I'm not that much of a Vegas fan anymore. And, like, whenever they brought in Pacioretty, I was like, why? Dude's like 33 years old. You might get what? Maybe three more seasons out of him. He's not producing like he was. He still produces, but not like he was. He used to be a thorn in the Maple Leafs side. He would basically score in every game he played against the Maple Leafs. I think there was actually, he had some sort of record, like he scored 13 games in a row against the Maple Leafs when they played. Something crazy like that. So I was happy when Montreal traded him away because one less guy I got to worry about scoring on the Leafs, but yeah. Vegas, they rotate players way too quick. They play it like they play it just like it is franchise mode, and not a big fan of that. Plus, they got rid of Gerard Gallant, their head coach. I think that was a terrible move. Um, yeah, he did a lot for that team, and then they just get rid of him. I wasn't a fan. Unless there was something going on that I don't know about, obviously, but I never heard any rumors or anything, so whatever it was, they kept it in house, hush hush. Maybe he just wanted a contract extension that was too expensive for their taste, and they got rid of him. I don't know. All I know is that we are last place in our division, which is exactly what I want. Of course. Now I can't even drink. Awesome. Just poured myself this big ass drink and I can't even drink it now. Because I gotta go fucking pick somebody up. Awesome. Let's see if any of my players have any good value. Uh, these are the guys I drafted. I'm not gonna... Ooh, look at that. I might be able to trade... See, this is what I'm talking about. Their value pops up. Before, these guys had no value. So, maybe I'll be able to fleece some teams to get their first overall picks. Alright. Arizona's probably going to be crap. I'm not trying to trade away too many guys because then I won't have enough players to play. Ooh. Are they going to do it? I might need to add someone else in. They might not take any trade even if I put all 5 guys in. Because that's about the top of my value there. Yeah, they ain't gonna go for it. Let me get a first for next year. See if maybe I can get 2 firsts? I might be able to... Oh, no, hang on. Yeah, they got too many players. I might be able to get a first and a second. Maybe if I add in like 2 more guys. Dang it. See, look at that. Look at how much I got, what, at least 2.5 to 3 times the trade value that their first overall pick does, and they still won't take it. That's something that they added in last year. I'm not a fan. In, I think it was NHL 20, there was one draft where I had 30 out of 31 picks. First round picks, I should say. And now you can't do that anymore. They fixed it. It's kind of frustrating. Maybe I can get LA's first overall pick next year. Nope, because they got 47 contracts. I should have looked at that first. Get Minnesota's first round pick next year. Maybe I can get 2 first round picks from Minnesota. I highly doubt it, but we'll give it a shot. Yep, okay. First and a second. Nice. Alright. Alright, before I trade way too many guys, we'll just close out of the trade deadline and keep simming. Look at that. Sergei Bobrovsky on waivers, who makes $10 million a year and has 4 years left on his contract. I don't know what Florida was thinking signing him to that contract. They're never going to be able to get rid of him. I don't know how he ended up in Minnesota on this. Unless maybe Florida put him on waivers and Minnesota picked him up. That's insane, though. That contract, I laughed when I heard about that contract. Sergei Bobrovsky is not worth $10 million a year. He is nowhere near the caliber Carey Price was when he signed his contract. Let's take a peek at the draft class real quick. Alright, so no franchise players. So I don't really have to worry about getting the first. I'd like Shane Wright, but if I don't get the first overall pick, I'm not really that worried. Maybe I'll get lucky and get the 5th and the 3rd. I like elite defensemen. Because if you don't get elite defensemen, it's very, very hard to get good defensemen. A lot of the top 4 defensemen that I'll draft, sorry, excuse me, I got like the hiccups or something. Top 4 defensemen I'll draft, if they make it above 80 overall, that's a big if. Most of the time they top out at like 82, maybe 83, and you cannot win a Stanley Cup with a bunch of 82 and 83 overall defensemen. It ain't gonna work. You'll make it to the playoffs probably, maybe in a wild card spot, but unless you cheat in the playoffs and save scum as they call it, you ain't gonna win. I hardly ever save scum. Rarely ever do it. I I used to do it all the time just so I could win the cup every year in a row, but I'm not really worried about that now. Let's check this out. This is what I used to do. I would go through under potential and I would scout everyone that's elite, scout their potentials to figure out what their actual potential is. That way you can weed out. That way you don't look at a guy and go, "Oh, he's a 2 bar elite. There's a great chance he's gonna be an elite player." And then you draft him, and it's like bottom six forward. I used to do that all the time. That's a little trick I would do. I don't really worry about that anymore. Most of the elite low guys are gonna be in. Like, there's actually 2 in this draft so far. That's the only bad thing about elite lows. Their stats are terrible. I'm surprised he has a B minus in shooting. Everything else is garbage. See, garbage. But they end up being high overalls. And when I say high overalls, they might take a while to get there. Because most of the time when you draft the guys like that, they're going to start off in the 50s probably. But they will eventually make it into the 80s. Probably going to be low 80s, but they will be in the 80s. So we'll pin both those guys. Yeah. Alright, let's finish this season out. Okay. End of the season 28, 45, and 9. Last place in the division, 65 points for us. Other last places, Penguins at 71, Ducks at 69, and the Coyotes at 69. I really wish I could have got that Coyotes pick. I didn't know they were going to end up last in their division. But we are officially last in the NHL. So, hopefully we get the first overall pick and we get Shane Wright. It's probably not going to end up like that. I think my other franchise mode, where I got the first overall pick 4 years in a row, was a fluke. But we'll see. I don't even think I got any of those teams' picks that ended up last. We'll take a peek here. Entire league. Whoops. Place. So we're dead last. Coyotes are right behind us. Ducks are right behind that. I got the Ducks pick, I think. And I think I got Pittsburgh's pick too. I got Seattle's pick, I believe. Islanders. Oh, wow, that's shocking. How do you go how do you go from getting to the conference finals to being like, what is that, 6th or 7th last in the division or in the league? I don't know. Look at that. My top scorer, 37 points in 82 games. Granted, I traded away, 5 guys in the trade deadline? But, come on. That's exactly what I'm looking for right there. Alright, we're done with that. Advance the day so we can just sim right to the draft. Sim to draft. Right now, I'm currently drinking what is known as gummy bear shots. However, instead of just shots, I just poured it all in one glass, so it's basically a cocktail. And I'm chasing it with lemonade. And I also got a beer. So I'm going to be useless in about 20 minutes. I'm not really worried about looking at the draft again. Tampa Bay, 3-peats. See, look at that. The Islanders were 7th. They were 7th and they end up with the first overall pick. That is a load of garbage. I got a lot of good picks, don't get me wrong, but I'll probably trade to get Shane Wright, honestly. Even if I got to trade up like 3 first overall picks, why not? It's probably going to be better than the players I end up drafting with the later picks anyway. Save it real quick. That said Raymond, Lucas Raymond of the Detroit Red Wings won the Calder Trophy in this. That's a good sign. Hopefully that will... I'm also a Detroit fan because I am from Michigan, but I'm not a really big Detroit fan, obviously, because they blow right now. I think instead of calling everyone up, they should have just, like, you know... Let's try that. You know what? Actually, instead of giving away those, try those 3. And another one. Come on. This is what I hate. It's so hard to get the first overall pick now. I'm probably going to have to trade away the second overall pick plus another pick, to be honest with you. Let's try that. Second overall. And the 32nd overall. Watch, I'm going to have to do multiple first round picks to get. At this point, is it even worth it for getting just one player? Probably not going to get Shane Wright, but that's okay. Give this a go. Alright, last thing I'm going to try. Second and fourth. Alright. Now it's the last thing I'm going to try. Second, fourth, and 7th. They don't take this? Okay, they took it. Alright, so we got Shane Wright. Every time I'd seen Shane Wright, he does really well. Now we're going to get a bunch of garbage players back here with all these picks. Alright, screw it. Players are garbage. You got an X Factor, I'll pick you. You're a top 6 forward. You're 71 overall, so you're probably not even going to make the NHL, but I guess I'll have an AHLer with a X Factor. If he's a top 9 forward in the first round, I'm going to be very upset. Okay, top 6 forward. 66 overall, though, probably not going to make the NHL. 90% of the players you draft are not going to make the NHL. Actually, let me rephrase that. 96% of the players you draft are not going to make the NHL. Probably even higher than that, honestly. Look at that. Elite speed, but his skating is an E. It's a joke. I don't know who sets up franchise, but they don't do a very good job. Love playing it, but I'll just take you. Hopefully end up elite. Yep, okay. 29. Sometimes you find some bangers in the late 20s, early 30s, but doesn't look like it this draft. Maybe this guy. Why not? He's a top 6 forward. 67 overall. I guess that's not terrible. By the time I actually sign him, he might be a 73, 74. Give him a couple seasons. He might top out at a 79. I'll just sign this guy. Why not? We got a bunch of picks in this draft. However, I think all but maybe 2 of them are going to end up in the AHL. Thinking here. This guy might end up being an elite. Nah. I ain't gonna do it. Forward. 62 overall, you're never going to make the NHL. Screw it. We'll pick you. 59th overall. Like I said, I got a lot of picks in this draft. Oop, right there. This guy. We're taking you. And he's a top 9 with... Really? That makes no sense. I got top 6 guys that had worse stats. But that guy's all A's and B's and what, 2 C's, I think? And he's a top 9. It makes no sense. They need to figure this out. I love playing franchise mode, but stuff like that irks me. Come on, give me someone good. He's probably an elite guy, right? Let's find out. Oh, come on. Menu bugs. Yep, elite. So I've drafted 2 elite goalies in this draft. I drafted Tucker Tynan in the last draft, which is a starter. He might end up an 82 overall. The elite goalies this year are all over the place. I've drafted in my other franchise probably 6 or 7 elite goalies, and I've had one make it over 85 overall. The rest are like 82, 83, 84, and that's where they max out. I had one make it to a 90. And he's actually not even that good because every game I played with him, like actually played the game, he was letting in stupid goals. Like he would rush out at the guy attacking and then they would just snipe it around him. It's dumb. I don't need another goalie. He's got an X factor though, but oh well. Yeah. He's only a bottom 6 forward, but he'll make a good AHL player. I usually don't sign. What I do is I draft them. I wait the entire 3 seasons that you have before you have to sign them. And if they're not at least a 70 overall, I usually don't sign them. I'll try to trade them away before then. Unless I forget, then I'll just not sign them. Alright, I want to check something. We had the 2 elite guys pinned. I want to find out where they are. 134 and 173. Where are we at? 100th overall right now. Let's look at our picks and see what picks we got left. I might have to start taking them guys now. 100th, 111th, 133rd. Okay, so I can take one of them. I can pick a random guy right now. Then I gotta take both of those guys. Okay. It's so tough when you get down here, man. There's never any... It's a very rare occasion to find a good player in the 3rd round or later. Like, I might just take this guy because he's got a lot of Bs. Oh, he's actually an elite low. Okay, nice. So now we will take the other 2 elite lows that I have pinned. Oh, well that guy dropped to a top 6 forward. So I am not going to pick him. We'll pick, wait, 100 and... Okay, he might still be there on the next pick. We'll risk it for the biscuit and pick somebody else, maybe. If there is someone else worth picking. Not really. Lots of goalies. Oh, wait. He's 19 years old, though. He ain't gonna be a very high overall. We'll move on. I would recommend if you're drafting, steer clear of players that are 19 and over because they're not going to have high overalls and yeah. Not bad, but he's got a D in defense. Screw it. Oh, well. Oh, no, I didn't want to pick him. Alright, we'll just trade him away. I thought that was the elite guy. I didn't pay attention. That's the guy. Alright, we got one more pick in this draft. Probably not going to find anyone good. Yeah, we'll just take this guy. 59 overall, 7th D. Didn't expect anything better. Alright, draft is done. Go to Assign Scout. QMJHL. Was it this guy? Nope. Wait a minute. This guy. Okay. Sometimes I would always recommend drop the salary offered by 1 for your scout. 95% of the time they take it. Oops. The menu lag is still present, as you can tell. Man, I don't even want to re-sign these guys, but I have to because I probably barely have enough guys as it is to play a season. You have to have 26, I believe it is. Come on. The lag. This has been an issue since NHL 16, I believe, and they still haven't fixed it. I really hope the NHL gets someone else to start making their games, because, I mean, the amount of problems these games have is absolutely insane. The amount of problems that don't even get addressed is absolutely insane. The amount of time it takes them to fix stuff that they actually do fix is absolutely insane. But I mean, it don't matter. We're at an hour. No one's still sitting here watching this. All my words are falling on deaf ears. I bet you the video I uploaded this won't even get any views. If it does, they're gonna watch for 20 seconds and then turn it off. I don't even know why I still record. I hope somebody finds some joy out of my videos. Okay. I'm just about done here. Wow. I've never had this many people reject their offers before. Then again, we did come dead last in the NHL, so... You better take that because that's all I can offer you. Without switching you to a one-way contract. How many of them reject this one? 3? Urgh, the menu lag. Come on. Four of them. I only seen 3, but no, not 3 years. We'll go 2.2 for you. Alright, we are going to have to put you... Shut up! I'm trying to record. 1.4 for you. 2.3 for you. 2.1 for you. Please just accept those contracts. Alright, we should be good. Yep, we're good. Shut up, dog. Shut up! Go lay down somewhere. I'm trying to record. Alright, let's see if there's any really high overall free agents that I can sign, that is. Only UFAs. Okay. We'll go 12.5. And then we need to look at adding... Wait, do we need to add one more scout? I can't remember. Wish you would quit twitching out so I can actually get there. We got 2 in Russia, 3 Nordic, 4, 3, 2, 2, and 2. So no, we don't need more scouts. Oh, my back is cracking like crazy. Alright. Alrighty, we are done with this season finally. It only took us 58 minutes and 44 seconds. So we are going to go ahead and end off here. I'm going to just sim to the next season after I do this. Because for some reason it thinks it knows what I want to trade away. I wish it would just force you to do it yourself, but EA doesn't think that far ahead. So, we're going to go ahead and end off here. I'll sim to the next season, and we'll pick right back up then. Oh, yeah, I forgot I did that. Proposed trade. Let's see if we can fleece Arizona. Give me all 5 of your first overall picks. Alright, we got 3 picks for him. Alright, so yep, that officially ends the season right there. Alright, we will pick back up in the next one. Until then, see you later, and thanks for watching.